Uksan, nsayka siapo iliʔi. Today we found some thimbleberries, and they're ready. And we have a nice little patch here. We're on the Grand Ronde Reservation, secret location of Jordan's, and we have lots of the thimbleberry here that's ready. And the thimbleberries we call in Chinakwawa siapo iliʔi, and they look like a little cap, so that's why we call them the little hat berry. And they're really good when they're ripe. They're red like this. You can see they're green when they're not ready. And if you're not familiar with the leaves, they have nice soft leaves. And they get pretty big. So if you look at the leaves here, and of course when you're out gathering berries, it's always really important that you specifically know what berry you're gathering, because there are some berries that are unsafe, poisonous berries out around, so you have to be really sure you know which berries you're eating. And so one way to identify the thimbleberries is through the leaves, but they're pretty much eaten fresh and taste really good. Ah, look at this. It's getting to be huckleberry season, and one of the first ones that comes out is the red huckleberry. And here on the Grand Ronde Reservation, we're taking a sneak peek and see, and they're getting ready. And so you got lots of red huckleberries. And as you can see, they get pretty thick on the bushes when there's good conditions. And this one is interesting. It's out in the open light, and usually they like a variation of some sunlight and some shade. But these berries are looking really nice. And usually these berries are, most of our tribes will gather them and eat them fresh. If you've not ever had a red huckleberry, they're a little tart. But they taste great. So we like to gather these and use them for gifting. What we'll do is a lot of times we'll work with our fellow members and we'll have jam made of them, and we use them and give them out for gifting for things like canoe journey and our tribal celebrations. And so we're always on the watch out for siapo iliʔi, the red huckleberry. We have lots of berries, and another one that's here is the blackberry, the wild blackberry, iliʔi, and very commonly used by all of our tribes. And they'd come up here into the mountains, and like a special place I know, like we have stories of them going hunting and gathering berries over at Mount Hebo. But they would come out and gather the wild blackberries, and then traditionally they would get some fir bark, clean it good, and then after picking all day they'd come back to their camps. They'd start a fire and they'd start drying them overnight, keep the fire going all night long. And then during the daytime when they were out picking more, they would have a few people back at camp that would be drying them in the sunlight. And so they'd use both those methods to dry them, and then pound them and make them into cakes, and then store those for winter time. But one of our very common traditional foods is iliʔi, the wild blackberry.